Today, you're going to discover that one of the biggest beliefs about cholesterol is incomplete. You will learn why your body manufactures cholesterol every single day, why LDL isn't actually the villain most people think it is, why the real problem may begin years before cholesterol gets involved, and why one overlooked condition could quietly connect high cholesterol, fatty liver, diabetes, and heart disease. At the end of this episode, you will never look at cholesterol the same way again. Before we blame cholesterol for heart disease, let me ask you something. If cholesterol is so dangerous, why would evolution keep it around? Why would your own liver spend every single day making more of it? Our bodies don't waste energy producing things they don't need. So perhaps we have been asking the wrong question. Here's the first surprise. Even if you completely stop eating cholesterol tomorrow, your liver would still make it every day. That's because cholesterol isn't something you eat. It's something your body depends on to stay alive. You may ask why? Because cholesterol is one of your body's most important building materials. Every one of your roughly 37 trillion cells need it. Without cholesterol, your cells couldn't maintain healthy membranes. Your body couldn't make essential hormones, and you wouldn't even be able to digest fats. Cholesterol isn't a poison, it's a necessity. So now the mystery becomes even bigger. If cholesterol is essential, why do high cholesterol levels increase the risk of heart attack? Is cholesterol suddenly turning against us, or are we blaming the wrong part of the story? To answer that, we have to stop thinking about cholesterol as a problem. Instead, we need to follow where it is going and how it is getting there, because cholesterol can't travel through blood on its own. It needs a transportation system, and that's where the story of LDL and HDL really begins. Here's another surprise. Cholesterol can't actually travel through your blood by itself. Blood is mostly water, while cholesterol behaves more like oil. Just like oil and water don't mix, cholesterol needs a special transportation system. Without one, it would never reach the cells that desperately need it. So your liver solves the problem in a clever way. Imagine liver as a giant logistic warehouse. Every day, it carefully packs cholesterol together with fats and proteins, loads them onto a tiny delivery vehicle, and sends them wherever they are needed. These vehicles are called lipoproteins. They are not cholesterol, they are simply the transport system. One of the busiest delivery vehicles is called LDL. And here's another myth worth breaking. LDL isn't bad cholesterol. LDL is simply a delivery truck. Its job is to carry cholesterol from the liver to billions of cells that need it for growth, repair, and normal function. Without these deliveries, your body couldn't maintain itself. Then there's HDL. If LDL is delivery truck, HDL is the recycling truck. It travels through your body, collects excess cholesterol that isn't being used, and returns it to the liver, where it can be reused or removed. So LDL and HDL aren't enemies. They are partners keeping the system running smoothly. Think of a well-designed city. Delivery trucks leave warehouses every morning. Recycling trucks return throughout the day. As long as roads are smooth and traffic flows normally, nobody blames a truck. They are simply doing their jobs. So if LDL is performing a necessary job, why do we always find it inside artery plaque? The answer has very little to do with the truck and everything to do with the condition of the road. Imagine a city where hundreds of delivery trucks travel every day. Nobody blames the truck for traffic, but what if the road begins to crack? Suddenly, perfectly normal traffic starts slowing down. Something very similar happens inside your arteries. The problem often begins with the road, not the truck. Your arteries aren't just passive pipes carrying blood. They're living tissues. The inside is lined by an incredibly thin layer of cells that constantly repair itself. When this lining is healthy, LDL trucks simply deliver the cargo and move on. Nothing unusual happens. But roads don't become damaged overnight. Years of high blood pressure, smoking, high blood sugar, chronic inflammation, or stress can create tiny injuries in that protective lining. At first, these changes are microscopic. you'll never feel them. But inside the artery, the environment has already begun to change. Now, picture one of your LDL delivery trucks passing over this damaged stretch of road. Instead of flowing smoothly, some cholesterol particles become trapped, meaning the injured surface. The LDL didn't look coming for trouble. It simply happened to arrive where the road was already damaged. Here's another myth worth breaking. Your immune system doesn't attack cholesterol because cholesterol is evil. It responds because it senses damage. White blood cells rush in to clean up what they believe is a problem. Year after year, this repair process slowly builds the plaque doctors eventually see. But that raises even a bigger question. What keeps damaging the roads in the first place? Because if we can understand that, we may discover that cholesterol has been taking a blame for much bigger story. If you've been thinking cholesterol starts heart disease, here's the biggest surprise of today's episode. In many people, cholesterol isn't first domino to fall. The artery may have been under stress for years before cholesterol ever became involved. Who are the real suspects? Imagine you have been investigating a crime scene. You don't arrest the first person you see. You look for the evidence. In heart disease, that evidence points towards several repeat offenders: high blood pressure, smoking, chronically high blood sugar, and persistent inflammation. Each one slowly damages the delicate inner lining of the arteries. But there's one suspect connecting many of these clues. A condition millions of people have without they knowing it: insulin resistance. Long before diabetes develops, insulin resistance changes how your body handles energy. It increases inflammation, affects blood vessels, and tells the liver to release more fat-rich particles. Suddenly, there are more trucks on the road, and the roads are already damaged. Imagine the roads are slowly getting damaged while population keeps growing. More delivery trucks enter the streets every day. Construction crews are constantly repairing the roads. Traffic becomes heavier, congestion lasts longer, and small problems feed bigger ones. That's remarkably similar to what happened inside arteries over decades. This explains something that often confuses people. Two individuals can have exactly same LDL but very different risk of heart disease. One may have healthy arteries, controlled blood sugar, controlled blood pressure, and an active lifestyle. The other may have years of artery damage silently building beneath the surface. The cholesterol number is the same, but the environment is completely different. Which brings us to the question almost everyone asks after getting a blood test. If one cholesterol number doesn't tell the whole story, what exactly are doctors looking at? Why do LDL, HDL, and triglycerides all matter? And what clues are hiding inside those numbers? That's the next piece of our investigation. Imagine you have just opened your blood test report. Like most people, your eyes immediately jump to one number, LDL. If it's high, you panic. If it's normal, you breathe a sigh of relief. But here's something that surprises many people. Doctors don't stop at that one number. Neither should you. Think back to a city example. If someone tells you there are 500 delivery trucks on the road, can you predict whether traffic jam will happen? Of course not. You would also want to know the condition of the roads, how busy the city is, whether traffic is flowing normally. Your cholesterol report works the same way. One number never tells the whole story. Let's start with LDL. LDL tells us how many delivery vehicles are carrying cholesterol through your bloodstream. In general, more LDL means more opportunities for those particles to encounter damaged arteries. But remember, the truck isn't the whole story. Doctors interpret LDL in the context of everything else that's happening inside your body. Then there's HDL. Many people call it good cholesterol, but it is more helpful to think of HDL as your city's recycling and cleanup service. It helps move the excess cholesterol back towards the liver. That's important job, but having more recycling trucks doesn't automatically solve every traffic problem. If the roads themselves are falling apart, HDL doesn't help. And then there's a number many people ignore: triglycerides. Unlike cholesterol, triglycerides are your body's way of transporting excess energy. When we regularly consume more energy than we should, especially from excess calories or sugar, the liver packages much of that surplus into triglycerides and sends it through the bloodstream. Persistent high triglycerides often tell the doctor that the body's energy management is under strain. Now, the detective story comes together. Doctors don't solve cardiovascular risk by looking at one clue. They examine LDL, HDL, triglycerides, blood pressure, blood sugar, family history, smoking, age, and lifestyle, because each clue adds another piece to the picture. So, if your blood report is giving you clues instead of verdicts, the next question becomes obvious. Which one of those clues can you actually change? And the good news is, you have far more control than you might think. If you have been waiting for one magical food or one miracle supplement to fix cholesterol, today's investigation probably give you a different answer. The goal isn't to fight cholesterol. The goal is to create an environment where cholesterol can safely do the job it was designed to do. Think back to our city. You wouldn't reduce traffic jam by banning delivery trucks. You would repair the roads. The same principle applies inside your body. Regular exercise improves insulin sensitivity. Good sleep helps regulate hormones. Eating mostly whole foods reduces metabolic stress. Not smoking protects the artery lining. Each habit is helping repair the roads, not attacking the trucks. This is also where the medication fits into the story. If your doctor recommends statin or another cholesterol lowering treatment, it isn't because cholesterol is evil. For people at higher risk or those who already have cardiovascular disease, reducing the number of LDL particles lowers the chances of them reaching damaged arteries. At the same time, lifestyle changes help improve the condition of those arteries. These approaches often work together, not against each other. Let's go back to the question we asked at the beginning. If cholesterol is important, why is it linked to heart disease? Now we can answer it. Cholesterol is essential. LDL and HDL are transportation systems. Problem develops when too many particles meet arteries that have been damaged over many years. The story was never about one villain. It was about an entire system. Perhaps the biggest lesson isn't about cholesterol at all. Modern medicine sometimes gives us numbers: LDL, HDL, triglycerides, blood sugar, and it's tempting to treat each one as a separate problem. But your body doesn't work that way. Everything is connected. When you improve metabolism, your blood pressure, your sleep, your physical activity, and your nutrition, you are improving the environment in which every one of those numbers exist. So the next time someone says cholesterol is bad, you'll know the story is much more interesting than that. Cholesterol helps keeps us alive. The real challenge is understanding how your entire body manages it, and that's exactly what we need to explore next. In our next episode, we'll investigate insulin resistance, the hidden condition that quietly affects millions of people long before diabetes is diagnosed. Could it be the missing link connecting weight gain, fatty liver, high triglycerides, and heart disease? Join us as we uncover the next mystery. Until then, stay curious, stay healthy.